At the Laurencekirk Junction on the A90, the traffic is running up and down the trunk road at about 20,000 vehicles per day. Meanwhile, traffic from Montrose, North Angus and Laurencekirk need to cross or join the A90 at about 6,000 per day. This means 7 million vehicles annually up and down the trunk road, with 2 million joining or crossing. The problem is that these 2 million local vehicles are crossing without the help of a flyover at this junction. The standard for a new build road with a 1:3 crossing ratio is automatically enough for a flyover. We've already exceeded this threshold. We see here how much worse it is between 6 and 8 AM from the Montrose side. Each car trying to cross or join the main A90 flow is waiting, on average, for about 12 cars to pass before a slot appears to let them in. So the peak time crossing ratio is 1:12. These high crossing ratios are the main cause of the long queues of vehicles on the A937 moving slowly to cross the A90 traffic. Typically, there are at least 30 cars waiting, plus more round the bend out of sight. It can easily take up to 5 minutes to actually join or cross the A90 traffic, but here we see that the Montrose side have already had at least 15 minutes of queuing every day before they face these problems of crossing up to 4 lanes of traffic. The committee at Holyrood asked, how long does it take to cross, and when is a junction saturated? Both answers can be found in this short film. It's just simple arithmetic. If 1:3 crossing traffic justifies a flyover, this film shows that this junction is saturated by a factor of 3 or 4 times. For anyone wishing to check these facts, the show starts any workday morning from about 6 AM, regardless of the weather. For 30 years, the A90, without a flyover at Laurencekirk, has been a barrier to the everyday life and business of this catchment area. Clearly, crossing 4 streams of traffic can be difficult for cars, but much trickier for tractors with trailers, buses and big lorries, all very much part of the daily business of this area. The anxiety and frustration of these people is very real. After 15 minutes of inching forwards in a long queue, the concern at suddenly having to judge distances on multiple lanes of oncoming vehicles is obvious. All these motorists are acutely aware that they are joining a very dangerous section of trunk road at a particularly bad accident black spot. Regardless of the weather, they are only trying to get to work. Here we see that each working day and for many years, the local population has been wasting time and taking considerable risks because of a missing piece of infrastructure, a flyover. Not good economics. As tax-paying workers, they could reasonably expect that after all these years of contributing to the economy, they merit a government commitment to a flyover where they need it most, where it would make the biggest difference to their daily lives and liberate the local economy. Investors and developers are also early risers and have long been aware of such a visible, in-your-face daily reminder of this basic infrastructure problem. This dangerous junction with no flyover is seen as a major deterrent to investment in the Laurencekirk area.